Hi lovely souls, my name is Samantha James. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today we have a pick a card for you that you voted on, and this is what are they currently thinking and feeling about you. This is definitely a fan favorite in the tarot community. I personally love this subject. I love to do like a check-in and just kind of see what the current energies are. You will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be an 18 plus, and we're going to get into more of the romantic and sexual energies of like what they're currently feeling and thinking about you. We have 3 piles for this video. Pile number 1 with this crystal that I just went blank on. Oh my gosh, I know it, but I don't know it in this moment. It's like green and purple. Oh my gosh. Okay. Pile number 2 with the rainbow moonstone. And pile number 3 with the smoky quartz. All right, you guys, and we are restocked on our manifestation candles. If you guys want to shop them, that is linked down below. In the meantime, I will see you guys at your pile. Hello, pile number 1, welcome. If you guys chose this crystal that I'm still blanked on, this is for you. This is my new beginnings candle that I'm burning. I really love this vessel because it's, oh, I just took that out, because it's blinking glass. And so like as the flame starts to lower, it starts to like show more and more into the vessel, which is like really, really pretty and really aesthetic. It's really like nice around like a bathtub, that kind of thing. But this has a amethyst crystal in it. The scent is lavender, and it's all about attracting new beginnings and new opportunities into your life, or just fresher energy if you're trying to manifest like love or career or abundance or whatever it is, trying to clear out any and release blocks. This is the perfect candle for you. You can shop these on my website, linked down below. All right, you guys, group number 1. So let's talk about what your person is currently thinking and feeling for you. I really love this subject, so I pulled a lot of oracle. Let's get into it. We have number 11, cornucopia. Some of you guys could be life path 11s or life path 33s, door to romance. So that means you guys would be my light workers. We have number 15, appreciation. Treasure Island. Number 22, another master number. Life path number, light worker type. Number 9 as well. Number 1, awareness. 8, accelerated motion. 0, new beginnings. Faith, peace, and growth. Okay. What is your person currently thinking and feeling about you? I want to pull some astrological oracle and maybe figure out the signs involved here. We have Mars ruled over Aries, and we are in Aries season. You guys could have Mars conjunctions. We have air, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, and Pisces. Okay, so you could be either of these signs or have them in their chart. They could be as well in your person's chart. So what is your person currently thinking and feeling about you? Just from the oracle to start, I feel like, well, let me make sure we're in frame. I feel like your person is really seeing, and it's like interesting, we have new beginnings here, and I was like talking on and on about this manifestation candle because I really feel like if there has been stagnation, or if you've known this person for a long time, you know, there's some energy that's being cleared. I see blockages being released and sort of a new beginning kind of manifesting for your connection. This person could have been unaware of how spiritual this connection is or spiritually guided it is. They maybe were unaware of just how connected they feel to you, and maybe the stagnation or separation kind of showed them the way. Like it showed them, and this is for those of you who have known this person for a while and this relationship has gone through many phases. I feel like, I don't know why I'm even saying that or picking up on that, because it's not necessarily in the cards that you've known them for a long time or that there's separation. But I feel like this person, and I guess what I'm also trying to say is that the contrast, like, of not being together really brought out their own spiritual awareness and kind of the spirituality of this connection. Like, maybe they've never felt tied to someone energetically, and I wouldn't even say that they've like admitted that to themselves, but it's almost like not being with you, or, you know, not giving this a chance even, has shown them more signs and synchronicities and kind of shown them the light that, like, maybe their guides are guiding them towards you. So at this point in time, you know, how your person is thinking and feeling about you is like they're seeing this door open, and they're seeing like the romantic possibilities. They're appreciating you. They're seeing the abundance of the connection, rather than having like a lack mentality or like a what's gonna happen or how is this gonna happen mentality. So there's a lot of growth that has gone on in this connection, because maybe it wasn't always this way where they were thinking on these terms, and that's why we have this new beginning. We have accelerated motion. It seems like things are starting to, like, the wheels are starting to turn, and what it's going to turn out into is something that is actually very special, something that's very blessed. So I'm gonna pull some tarot, but you could be air sign, like I said, or Pisces, but we have Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini present. We have Pisces as well. Okay, yes, King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So yeah, I feel like this person has this big cup of love for you, and it's a very, like, I don't want to say domineering, but it's like a very subtle, like, I've been here, I've seen this connection evolve, and I'm, you know, I'm deep, I'm heavy, I'm in it, like, my emotions are in it. And I feel like this person, you know, the King of Cups, like, they're big lovers, they love hard, but it does take them a while to get there because they have such a profound love. And it could have taken this person a while to get here as well. Maybe they were even fighting it with Mars, or maybe Mars indicates Aries and this new moon and new beginnings, Aries season. And there's a new beginning and a shift here within the connection. But I feel like, you know, this person, and you have been through a lot. I'm almost seeing for some of you that you guys were friends before, and like you didn't want to try things out because you guys were only friends, or whatever the situation was. It just seems like it took a long time for you guys to get here. Maybe there was a lot of fuckery, and it took a lot of forgiveness and a lot of change and a lot of growth and adaptability. But I feel like you're both mutually, like, on the same page at this point in the connection, at least energetically, if you're not like communicating these things. And I feel like this person is seeing like the success here. They're seeing, you know, Treasure Island. They're seeing this as like the end all be all. And I feel like this person is practical, but I do feel like there's a little bit of delusion here. And I mean, not that like I want to offend the Pisces community or anything. I have a little Pisces myself. But just I associate it with Neptunus energy and just like delusion and illusion and fantasy. And I feel like, you know, if you're not communicating, if this person hasn't spoken to you, this is more of an energetic connection where you guys like know it's shifting and changing, like you can feel each other, but it's not like you guys are talking every day and like you're seeing that change like on the forefront. I feel like both of you, you know, this connection is very imaginative, and for this person, I feel like a lot of it lives in their brain, like rent free. Like they imagine a life with you, they imagine coming towards you and opening this door. It's interesting because it's like the door is there, but they haven't like gone through the door. It's like they're imagining the door, and the door is open, and it's romantic, and there's abundance, and there's Treasure Island, but it's like he hasn't even gone through the door, you know what I'm saying? So it's like some of this is sort of like, yes, they want a commitment with you, and they see this being very successful and triumphant, and like they want to be like victorious and like be your man. And I don't know why, you know, it could be a man, but I do have mostly female subscribers, so if you are a man, and then like the men I do have are watching for men usually, but just flip it around. I feel like, you know, this person is just kind of like fantasizing about this movement and things changing and the what ifs and the what could be's, and like whereas there was stagnation before, it's like they weren't imagining these things, but it's like there's like for you guys an element of faith involved, like that you do want them to come in, you are welcoming them in, you're trying not to like have a tight grip on this because you are manifesting this person. And by having a tight grip, it will repel the energy. So you're like welcoming them, and you're like, okay, hello, hi, I'm ready, hello, I'm welcome. And they're coming, but a lot of it, you know, are idealizations that are in their head. Like they can imagine a life with you, they can imagine romance with you, they can imagine being in a commitment with you, they want to share their deep and profound feelings, and almost they're so deep and profound, and they are almost so much in their head that it's like they feel like it would almost be a little random if they were to just like express like them, that they would almost scare you away because they are so deep. But this person is seeing you as someone who is so beautiful and sexy, but a little fiery. Like maybe you're the Aries, or you have some of that in your chart, and they're also kind of seeing you as a little fickle, and they're a little afraid that like they're too late. For some of them, they're afraid they're too late, like there has been a big separation or gap or distance or no contact, or you know, you name it. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. I think it's my office or something about this. It's me sitting down to do tarot that makes me sneeze. Like in any other point in the day, I don't sneeze. Okay, so yeah, I feel like with the Queen of Wands, it's just like this person is imagining like you are their fulfillment, their fantasy. They're seeing you as the best, and they're idealistic physicality, body type, and face. You're beautiful to them, and sexy and sexual, and like they're imagining all these different scenarios with you, and like in a way it's almost like trophy wife vibes, and they kind of see you as that, and they're like more of this like shy, understated, introverted, discerning type, but they really want to like lock it down, and that's why half of it seems fantasial. Oh, that's not a word. Seems like a fantasy because they're imagining themselves as this like robust, like warrior type, like I'm gonna come get you, group number one, like yeah. But that's not actually what they do, and that's not actually how they approach the situation. So it's like I can tell you what they're thinking and feeling, but like part of their thoughts, you guys, are imaginative and maybe disillusioned. But with the Queen of Wands, I feel like you know, this is them seeing you as like perfect, but on the slighter hand, seeing you as someone who can be very spicy and maybe is not interested at the end of the day. Like they're now coming around, but they're like, okay, well, what if I come towards group number one? Group number one's no longer like interested anymore. So we have the moon now coming out, and it's like they don't know the outcome of the situation. They can imagine, they have definitely grown in their awareness, and they see you for what you are and what your value is, but they're just not, their game plan strategy is like, it's not that simple. We don't have that much swords. There's not, well, we don't have any swords right now. But as far as just simple communication go, it seems like it's like off the table, but I don't know that for sure. It just seems like they have these ideas, but they don't know how to like put them in motion. And if you guys can hear baby crying, my man is upstairs with him. I'm not just like letting him cry. So he's overly tired right now, and we kind of when we miss the mark of his tiredness, he gets really overstimulated and restless, and it's really hard for my husband to put him down at that point. I just tried to do it for like 2 hours before I made this video because I wanted to make sure he slept for him, but yeah, baby stuff, all that. He's 1 month. Oh my God, he's growing so fast. All right, moving on, sorry. So yeah, we have 6 Pentacles. This person is seeing, like I said, your value, your worth. They want to add tax, maybe in places where they didn't before, and the separation or just the energy, whatever force has changed their mindset and perspective now has really illuminated. They want to give to you. They want to provide for you. They want to shower you with compliments and love and gifts, and they want to make sure that you feel stability. And that's also the Hierophant in nature. So the person could have a lot of earth aspects as well, but they want to like take care of you. We have the Two of Cups. They want to go on a date with you. They want to initiate this. So for some of you in which you guys were like friends before and like didn't want to pursue this romantically, I feel like this is different. I feel like now they're starting to think, you know, I'm going to lose group number 1 if I don't like romantically come towards them, despite distance, separation, despite all of it. Like, I want to take this risk. And that's also the Six of Wands. Like, I want to come towards them with this new beginning. And so yeah, they're really seeing you as a potential mate. More than that, they're fantasizing about it. And I think that's what's going to make your extended very interesting, because there is a lot of sexual energy here. And I don't know if it's like because you guys are in separation or because there's, you know, this difference, you guys have built up that sexual tension. And so it's almost like they don't know, like, they don't know how to like approach you in real life, but like in fantasy life, they're like, okay, like I want to come towards you with this triumphant like type of vibe. I want to like fuck the shit out of you, all that great stuff. So the extended will be interesting, but I feel like with the Two of Cups, it's just, you know, there's a nice balance of like emotional romance and this person really seeing like, okay, I'm connected to this person, and connected in a way that like they live in my head rent free. Like, I was not expecting this, and connected in a way where like no matter what space, distance, or time is in between you, they're not forgetting about you anytime soon, and the energy isn't becoming weaker. If anything, it's becoming stronger. So they're at a point now where they're like, okay, you know, like I said, they're not communicating and they're not at game plan strategy, but they are at a point where they're like seeing you as like, this is someone I want to be with. This is someone I want to be in a relationship, a commitment with. This is someone that I want to take care of. And like I said earlier, they might not know how to communicate just simply because they have such deep, profound feelings, and they're afraid that they're too intense or they'll scare you off because like, where did they come from? You know, but it's like they've been building, they've been simmering like for a while now. We have the Star and then the King of Swords. So with the Star, I feel like, you know, another part of this is just really on you, group number 1, and like how beautiful and unique you are. Like, their appreciation doesn't stem from anywhere. In fact, they could be very picky about the people that they want in their life. And with you, you're the Queen of Wands, the Star, like, you're beauty to them. You're their muse. Of course they're going to fantasize about you. You are the fantasy. And like, if they can obtain that fantasy, like, holy shit, and have an emotional connection, they think that you are just perfect. And it's not that they didn't think this before, it's that they didn't, they maybe just thought you were just a fantasy or a trophy wife, and they didn't understand that like there is a spiritual connection here, there is an emotional connection. There's the whole enchilada, the whole damn fajita, and they are now seeing you as like someone they want to build a life with, and someone who is perfect and divine. And those are huge words to put on you, but again, that's why I'm like, maybe some of this is disillusioned or not, you know, maybe this is just how they view you. It's artistic in its own way, but as a star, you're unique, you're alien, you're unlike anything else, unlike anything they've ever seen before. They just think you're so beautiful, and they also like that you're not perfect. Like, they call you perfect, but you're not perfect, and they know that you have had a tough life. You know, they know that you've like come to the light. They know that you have tried really hard to get to where you are, and there's a respect and appreciation there for who you are and what you've become. And they also really enjoy the fact that you're very spiritual, and they have a lot to learn from you in particular. And again, King of Swords coming out, a lot of these are very hidden feelings and emotions and thoughts. Like, these are not things that they have necessarily expressed to you. These are things that they want to express to you, but they just have not found the words. They just have not understood how. So there could be children involved here, or it could just be that there are like inner child glimpses of this connection that kind of trigger. It could be that you're meant to have children together. We have true love. So this is a romance of a lifetime, and we have playfulness. So there's a beautiful element of playfulness involved in the connection as well. And I feel like if you guys move away from the seriousness, and maybe it's you, group number one, that has to prompt that, because this person seems like they're very serious and in their feels, and maybe that's just the type of person they are, but you seem like the spicy fun type. Maybe you need to move them away from that and add and recapture that romance and allow your guys' inner youthful spirits to shine. Let's see. We have listen to your intuition and the situation will improve. Yeah, so I feel like, you know, this situation is definitely showing some improvement. And as far as like what the next steps should be, that's something you should listen to your intuition about, because it does seem like there might be some inner child wounds that are being brought up in the connection, or it could just be that there's this beautiful like tie to each other that you're not understanding, and it's so big picture. It could even be that you're supposed to have children together, but it's so hard to know that now. So, or children can even just be with playfulness. Invite yourselves to be childish and casual and not take everything so serious. Like, yes, it's deep and heavy, but it doesn't have to be necessarily. So try your best to have fun with the connection now, knowing that their feelings are reciprocal for you. Okay, group number one. So I really hope that resonated. I'm going to extend this, and in the extension, we are going to do an 18+ and what they're thinking and feeling about you, and then we're going to pull some channeled messages and see what they would say to you. So that's linked down below in the extension. In the meantime, however, thank you guys so much for joining. I hope that resonated. Stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you in the extended. Hello, group number two. Welcome. Okay, so we are going to be talking about what your person is currently thinking and feeling about you, and you will have the option to extend, which was really juicy because it's like, it's thoughts, and some, you know, thoughts to me can be like fantasy when it comes to like 18+, like how they fantasize about you and stuff. Anyway, so that is going to be linked down below, but if you guys chose the Rainbow Moonstone, this is for you. Let's get into it. So I'm going to start with your oracle. To start, we have sweetness, balance, and frustration. But that was like in reverse, and that kind of stuck out to me, so I'm gonna keep it like that. We have the World, rest and rejuvenation, to be fair, clean it up, triumph, firm foundation, memories of love. So already I'm kind of getting the vibe that This is very similar, I mean, at least oracle-wise, to group number 1. But I will let you know if I think you should watch group number 1 as well. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. I need to dust this office because I don't know. I thought I just did, but there's something about this office that makes me sneeze. Okay. I'm all looking around. I'm like, where is it? So I feel like this connection is coming really full circle for you. And how your person is thinking and feeling about it is that it used to be very frustrating. Like at one point in time, it was messy, it was frustrating, and maybe you guys called it quits. Maybe you decided to go into a separation. Maybe there was even a period of no contact. And I feel like it only made this person realize like what they had. And they had these memories of love. They had these memories of you guys together, like these fun times that would like flash into their head. And they took their time, you know, coming back towards you. Maybe mutually, you guys took your time. You rested, you rejuvenated, but you realized that like you guys wanted to be together. And more so this person is coming to and already came to the realization that they want to be with you and not without you, even if it's hard. It's almost like there was some complications, and I don't know if those complications involve distance or, you know, work or friend groups, or I don't know what it is, but there's something that makes it a little hard, a little difficult. Maybe there's triggers, and it requires like it requires coming towards this in a triumphant way. It requires work. And this person wants to do that work. They want to clean this up. They want to have balance. They want to come back and build a firm foundation. And they just feel like not having you, it just kind of opened their eyes. And maybe like in the past, you guys just didn't have a solid foundation in which your trust and loyalty were built upon. Maybe it just kind of like, it was like a friends with benefits situation that like went into something else. Also, if you hear my baby crying, I'm not just letting him cry. My man is upstairs with him, trying to get him to like calm down. But he's sort of having like a really difficult day because he's very congested. And so am I. Maybe it's just we're both congested. Okay. So yeah, I feel like this person's coming back with this new profound like interest, that there can be balance in this connection, that there can be something here if you guys work on it together equally. Let's see what your tarot cards say. We have the Magician. We have the Nine of Wands, the Moon. Yeah, I feel like things were hard like in the past, and the cards are jumping. I feel like it, you know, could have been finances, drama. It just literally could have been anything. And it made the connection complicated between you two. And now I'm feeling like, you know, this person is almost like it's more complicated without you. So there's a definite pull and a definite tie here that makes them want to come towards you or come back towards you. With the Magician, I feel like oh my gosh. With the Magician, I feel like there is just this inevitable like power or force between you two that maybe was like almost being used against you and not for you. And it's telling me that this person is feeling like you guys had what it took to be together. Like, you had all the ingredients, you have the chemistry, the compatibility, you have it all. But something about your situation wasn't allowing this to work. And they feel like if you guys had an upper hand or a different situation, you would make a great couple. You would make a great pair. And I don't know if the reality is right now that there can be a different situation. I don't know if this is like, they're just thinking about this generally, like if things were different, we would be great together. Or if they're thinking now like, okay, things have changed, they've shifted, and I feel like we'll be great together. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, something made this hard and confusing. Because it was hard, it made it confusing, because there's these very deep and profound feelings, even like a very spiritual and like telepathic connection. Like, they could really feel your energy and you could feel theirs. Or maybe they had dreams, like very vivid dreams about you. They'd wake up like thinking about you, or they just thought about you a lot. Like, a lot of you just lived in their head. And I do feel like so far this is very like similar to group number 1. So if you guys want to check out that one as well. But I feel like this person just never communicated these things. These are just things that you guys felt mutually, but like weren't necessarily communicated to each other. And I think this person tried really hard to ignore these feelings and these thoughts for you, and tried really hard to move away from them, but it just didn't work, because the more they moved away from you, the more they felt you, and the more they felt like they had flashbacks of you and the times that you guys shared together. And I don't think they tried to move away from you because of you necessarily. Like I said, there was some sort of circumstance that made this very difficult to like cope with and made it hard for you guys to have a mutual and balanced partnership. But I feel like the energy is shifting, or has shifted, or like I said, it could be generalities, and that this person is just now looking upon this as like, okay, so this is what the situation was. There's nothing wrong with group number 1. It was just like, it was hard to be together at the time. So maybe things had to end before they could begin again, but maybe, like I said, you guys called it quits with the Death card, and it made this person just withdraw and kind of go inward, and maybe it was supposed to be seen as healing or resting and rejuvenating, but they really were going inward in a spiritual way and looking at this and thinking about you a lot, like to the point where they were just like, okay, I don't know if I can live without group number 1. I don't know if I can like be without group number 1. There's so many similar cards to group number 1, group number 2. See, this is what I'm going crazy. Like, this is literally like, I feel like I'm extending group number 1. So definitely check it out, because we even got the Hierophant as well. But group number 2. So yeah, exactly. They're like group number 1, group number 2. I can't stop thinking about them. Same thing. But yeah, I just feel like, there's a lot of topsy-turvy energy, just a lot of going with the current and the flow. And it really took this profound epiphany and healing in order for them to come to this conclusion at this point in time. With the Hierophant, I feel like this person is now wanting to come towards you in a commitment, or they want to be more committed to the fact that it is going to take work, and they're not going to just walk away because it seems hard. They feel like they have all the necessary tools and strength to like make this happen. We have that 6 of Cups, and it's like, yeah, they had this memory of love between you two. They had like a nostalgic energy when you guys weren't talking. They were stalking your Instagram, your photos, thinking back on the memories you shared, thinking about your big eyes, looking at them. They just like, they couldn't stop thinking about you and missing you, truly missing you with the 6 of Cups. So I think this person, and it could even be current, like this person misses you, group number 2. And I feel like they are really coming to the conclusion that they need to come back into your life. And when they come back into your life, it has to be fully committed. It has to be an all-in type of thing. They can't just be a half-assed person. They have to be fair, and they have to be, you know, balanced about it. But they want to come back, not just because they feel pulled to, but because what you guys had was very sweet, and they felt like you were just so patient with them. And they felt like, yeah, I feel like reconciliation and attraction's coming out. They felt like you were just a doll, really, like sweet, patient, compassionate, all of those things. And they feel like they kind of like didn't appreciate you or appreciate that. But I do see you guys reconciling, and you know, with the Ace of Swords, even this person probably being the first one to make a move and to hit you up, to contact you with attraction. I feel like this person's very attracted to you. It's not something that they never lost that. So with the angel answers, we have peaceful resolution and remain positive. So yeah, I mean, I feel like this person is gonna come towards you in a way that they didn't before. And so all you can do really is welcome them in and track their energy, and allow this to kind of unfold. With the Magician, again, to start with, this could be something that you have been manifesting, is having them come back into your life. So let's see what astrological sign we have. We have Aquarius. So they could be an Aquarius, or you could be an Aquarius, which goes for all of the like kind of thought energy where they're thinking about you a lot, and you know, maybe they're not communicating. I feel like Aquariuses like really are very independent, and they, although they are an air sign, they should be a communicative sign. I feel like they're not that communicative because they're so fiercely independent, but a lot of it's in their head and their thoughts. And I feel like, and I can say this because my husband's an Aquarius, I feel like they, you know, will people in just with their thought energy. So you could be feeling them thinking about you, or you could see them stalking you, and you know, they're not necessarily saying anything to you, but I definitely feel like you're living like rent-free in their head. And we have water energy here. You could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. They could be too, or it could just be that water energies here because it's heavy and it's deep, and there's a lot of like feelings and emotions here, and this person's really thinking on you as like someone that they want to be with. We have Capricorn as well, so they're very committed. I know the Hierophant doesn't represent Capricorn, but I always associate the two together, and I don't know why, but I just feel like it's like they're committed. They want to be persistent. They want to come in and be fair, and like, you know, maybe shit was hard in the past, but maybe the things worth having are hard. Maybe there is hard work involved. Okay, so group number 2, definitely check out group number 1, but I'm going to extend this. We're going to talk about the sexual energies here, you know, what they're thinking about you and feeling about you in an 18+ version. I'm going to use an erotic tarot deck, and then we are going to do some channeled messages, so what they would say to you. That is linked down below. In the meantime, however, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you guys in the extended. Hello, group number 3, welcome. If you chose the Smoky Quartz, this is for you. Okay, so we're going to be talking about your person and what they are currently thinking and feeling about you. And you will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be, what are they currently thinking and feeling about you in 18+ version. I'm going to use erotic tarot deck, and then we are going to do some channeled messages. And yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to start with your oracle. Okay, for your Prism Oracle, we have isolation, surrender, moving on, emotional loss, emotional withdrawal, time to go, time for a nap, blossoming abundance, 4th chakra, Goddess of the Moon. Okay, group number 3, what is your person thinking and feeling about you? I definitely feel like maybe you've left this person, or you called it quits, or you guys are in separation, but this person feels like you're like moving on. They can feel your energy kind of leaving them or their sphere, and maybe they didn't even like have this kind of awareness before that your energy was there to begin with, but now that you've pulled it away, they're kind of really seeing like, oh shit, like group number 3 is like done with me. Group number 3 is over it. And maybe you guys do communicate a little. I can almost see them trying to hit you up and you being like, oh sorry, I was asleep, and like not responding for like 3 or 4 hours. And this person's starting to feel like it's time for them to go too, because they feel like you've withdrawn and they feel like they lost you. Like they almost feel like it's an afterthought and it's too late. and they feel like you're isolating yourself from them. And, you know, they're kind of at a point where they're like, should I go? Like, should I surrender and just let them have their own life and like leave them alone? They're very confused with the goddess of the moon. Like, they don't really know how to think about you or the situation, other than that they have a lot of love for you and they don't know how to express it. There's like a tiny corner in their mind where there's hope still and there's light, and they feel like this could blossom, but it's like a tiny thing that they're holding on to. Aside from that, it's really difficult to fantasize about the situation or the connection, because the reality is that you guys are not talking. The reality is that there is a withdrawal and like an emotional loss. And the reality is that they feel like you've moved on. Let's pull some astrological oracle. And I don't know the story. Maybe this person fucked up. Maybe this is all, you know, this is like all very deserving. Who knows? We have Leo. Or maybe they just took too long and you're like, okay, I'm moving on. But now they're like how they're currently thinking, feeling about you is they're whether it's too late for them to notice just now, but they're noticing now, like that you're moving on, that you have kind of put your energy somewhere else, and they're seeing a lack. And like I said in the beginning, like they didn't even notice how energetically you were connected until you like moved it away. We have fire, so you could definitely be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. They could as well, or you could have it in your chart. Yeah, we have the Tower. So there's definitely a Tower moment going on within this connection. It feels like a crashing and burning of anything that you guys had together. It feels like whatever you had is at a loss. It's, you know, it's done. It's like it's beyond repair. And what's interesting is we have blossoming abundance, and it's like both of you being spiritual people, I think maybe you more than them, have, and maybe it has nothing to do with spirituality actually, maybe with the heart chakra, maybe it has a lot to do with love. You know, you both have this love for each other, and we see this guy holding his heart chakra as well with emotional loss, that, you know, you want to believe that there could be a happy ever after for you two. Like, even in the most crazy, you know, Disney stories, there's like a happily ever after, you know, even when it's crazy with like Sleeping Beauty and the villain and the Little Mermaid and the villain, and there's always like a situation where it seems like, okay, where the fuck are we going with this? But of course it's always like a happy ending. So it's like they want to believe that you guys will be together again. And with the High Priestess, it's hard for them to work with this mentality. They're not being like, the other two groups were very like there's a lot of fantasy, but this person is very, you know, they're very aware of reality. Like they know the situation is not looking too good. It's looking kind of bleak actually, and they're starting to think, okay, maybe I should like surrender and just not like be on their case. Like they clearly don't want me. But it's hard like for them to work with anything else because you're not giving them a lot. With the High Priestess, they think you're very mysterious. They think you're very difficult to read. They don't really know what you want, what you're thinking, what's on your mind, what your next move is, and they're conflicted. Like if they haven't reached out, it's not because they don't want to. Like I definitely see them wanting to with the Two of Swords, but it's because they don't know how to. They don't really know how to. They don't know like what exactly they would say. Or even, they don't even know what your reaction would be. We have the King of Wands, so this person's not feeling very confident, and this kind of goes to show that you guys both might be fire signs. But this person's not feeling like, maybe they're not feeling confident in general, or maybe they're not feeling confident towards you in this connection. And it could be, like I said, I don't know the background with the Tower, that they fucked up. They did something, they fucked up, you moved away from them, you're over it. And so before they make a move to come back, if they do, in this energy, in this video, how they're currently thinking and feeling about you is like, oh shit, I fucked up. They're moving on, they're leaving me. So we don't have any action cards yet. I don't know if we'll pull those in the extended, who knows, but, or maybe even in this video, but for now, they're not feeling like they're in your good graces. And I'm not saying like a tumultuous energy, like there's drama. I'm just saying that you've simply pulled away. You're simply just not into it. You've taken a break, you've taken a rest, and you don't seem to be suffering. You seem to be chilling, and you know, they have love for you still, and they probably know that you have love for them, but they don't know where it's gonna go from here. Oh, we have the sun in reverse. So yeah, you took away this person's sunshine. They're not feeling very good. They're feeling sad. They're feeling like, you know, that Bill Withers song, like, ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Like, there's no sunshine anymore. And they don't really know what to do about it. This person really strikes me as someone who's naive. Like, everything was fine, like, when you guys were together, and then they kind of, like, didn't give you the attention you deserved, or they fucked up, or whatever they did, and then you left, and then they're like, wait, what? Like, they don't even understand. They're just like, huh? Like, what do you mean? Like, they don't even get it. And it's like, no, fam, like, I'm good. And I just feel like you guys might even blossoming abundance here, might even be like you're working on your own career, you're working on your money, you have other things that you want to focus on. You're trying to like rest with taking a nap. You know, and you really want to be with someone who is passionate about you, and this person didn't bring forth the passion that you felt like you deserved. They brought you this little tiny page of cup, this tiny little cup, and the cup was very in their head. It was like very in tarot, almost like you probably had to hear from more tarot readers how they felt about you than they actually expressed, and it just wasn't like grounded in reality, and it wasn't what you wanted. And it's an interesting contrast because now this person's very grounded in reality. Like, they know what it is. It's you're gone. They fucked up. You're moving on. You know, maybe they should too. But when this was going on, like when you guys were together, it's almost like, no, this person did not understand what reality was. I think they see you also as the Empress, and they just, some men or women, but I'm kind of speaking about men. I do have a predominantly female audience, and the men that do watch are into men, but just flip it in reverse or take what resonates if you are my masculines out there. But my point is, with the Empress, they did know that you were the Empress the whole time, but I guess they felt like they had more time, or like I said, they're naive. They have naivete. They just didn't know what to do with that. And so it's not like they didn't appreciate you or didn't respect you. It's that either like somewhere inside of them, they didn't feel deserving of you and they almost self-sabotaged it, or they felt like they had more time to prove themselves, or maybe they never thought they had a chance and so they never really came towards you. But it's just an interesting energy. It's like, it was never a question of you or your worth or your beauty. You were always the muse. You were always the best. And see, we're seeing them as a King of Wands in reverse. They're not seeing themselves in such a high light, and it could be now, like I said, after the fact, or it could have been the whole time. They just didn't feel like they could pull you or swing you. It could even be that you guys were friends and you admitted your feelings to them, and then they like were shocked and didn't act on it, and then you were like, hey, bye. See ya. That's the last time I'm gonna like tell someone how I feel. But yeah, with the Empress, I just feel like you're in a very loving maternal energy, and you look like you're fine. You look like you're chilling, and on top of looking like you're fine, it seems like you'll be fine inevitably because you're so beautiful. So there's gonna be all these different offers. Like, this person isn't too worried that other people are not gonna like talk to you. They're kind of worried that they like missed their opportunity. They feel like you have a ton of options no matter what. And with the Six of Cups, I feel like now they're just kind of stuck with nostalgia. They're just stuck with the times that you guys did spend together, and like it's coming back in flashbacks, and they're just remembering like this time you hung out and your laugh and your eyes and your smile, and it's like, it's sad. I mean, it's like now all they can do is kind of live in their head in these memories, like literally. And so they're kind of, they might even be like stalking your social media, but they just feel like they've lost a really, like their sunshine. They lost a really great thing. There's a lot of chemistry between you two and a lot of playfulness. And maybe because like you guys were so compatible and had so much playfulness, this person didn't really take it that seriously. And because they didn't take it that seriously, they like missed the opportunity. I don't know. But I feel like you guys have like a magnetism towards each other, and this person was almost like scared by it. We have success and we have yes. So I'm not sure what the angels are trying to say. We have romance. Oh. But, you know, again, if it really is this way and there is this compatibility, it's up to you, group number 3, if you want to come back towards them or you guys want to reconcile. I feel like this person is clinging on to the fact that they want you to come back, that they have love, a lot of love for you, and that they feel like this could, you know, maybe it needs to end before it begins again. But in this current state, they're like, oh shit, like I've really lost group number 3, but they haven't given up on you or the idea of you. They just think you've given up on them. So they're like, okay, well, they want nothing to do with me. Like, who am I to like pry or come towards them? But if you do want something to do with them, then maybe you guys need to like try it out again. You never know. So this is very interesting. But yeah, this person is very attracted to your eyes and also your hair. You guys might have really long, cool hair. You might color it or dye it or curl it, or I don't know what you do, but it's super cool. Let me know what shampoo you're using. Okay, group number 3. So we are going to extend this, and we're going to do an 18+. I'm going to pull some channeled messages. So like, what will this person say to you? That's linked down below. In the meantime, however, stay safe, stay healthy. I love you, and I'll see you in the extended.